hello everybody, I hope you're all well. It's Dave here, Fat Lad on a Barbecue, and today is the day, it's the day of the first cook on the Thuros, and I'm going to be using the Rotisserie. Today, I'm going to take it easy and do a Rotisserie pork. Right, first job is going to be to get the charcoal going, because that's going to take a while to do. So in there I've got 3 bits of bincher tan sitting across the bottom, and over here my starter chimney with not an awful lot of charcoal in. I'll chuck it there so you can see there's not much, it just needs to get everything going. So let's see if we can make a start at it, shall we? We'll get the flamethrower out. There it goes. Like those woody things, and as you can see we have flame, and stick the chimney over the top. Turn that off and let's get that up to temperature, and then it can be chucked into the Thuros. There are 3 ways of pronouncing this. There's Thuros, the proper British way, Thuros, which is kind of a different way, and then Thuros, which I believe is how the Germans pronounce it. Anyway, let's wait a while for the charcoal to get going, and then I'll get it tipped in, shall I? I'll explain why I'm using the bincher tan. The bincher tan stuff, it's hexagonal with a hole up the middle. I'm putting that on the bottom so that it'll keep on going for hours and hours and hours. It should give me a 3-hour burn at not massively high heat. The lump wood, on the other hand, hopefully will give me a lot higher heat, and we'll still carry on carrying on. We'll see how it goes though, and if I need to load more in, I can. While that's getting itself sorted out, let's have a look at a bit of footage of the trolley in situ, and there it is, all stainless steel, and you can probably tell by the size of the Thuros T1 just how big it actually is, and from the point of view of working with it, it's great. Let's have a look and see how the charcoal is getting on. Look, we're starting to get some, look, I can see red, I can see flamage. Not be too long before we can chuck it on. I want that all burning quite hard before I throw it on the barbecue itself. And just so you know, that there is what I'm in front of. Lights, cameras, action. I think we're about there. Let's tip it out into the grill. That's it. Now it can sort itself out. Lush, that'll come up. That's not looking bad. That'll do. Right. What I'm going to do is take the rotisserie off and put the... Now, do I want the grill over or not? I never quite know with these things. Do I want the grill or don't I? Tell you what, we'll put the grill on just in case. Yes, that's the best way. One of the great things about this, and I've never pointed this out before, is that if you need to put more charcoal on and you have the wind deflector, look, you can do that. And in fact, it will go all the way up if you need it to. Come on, David, get it in the right hole. It'll go all the way up and fold over if you need it to, which I think is quite clever. Right, so to the pork. Here it is. It's come from my favourite butchers, Taylors, who are from Darlington. It's where their head office is, and they do extremely good meat. This is their own pork that they've bred themselves, and I like it quite a lot. So it's going to need drying off, and it's going to need a bit of salt, so let's do that, shall we? Start by taking the top off, put that in the bin, and then into the bin. Okay, so First thing I'm going to need to do is dry this beggar off. I'm going to leave the string on, and I've already measured up that this is going to be about the right sort of size. So let's start by shoving the old rotisserie straight up the middle. Trying not, he said, to puncture my fingers while I do it. Out it comes. Come on. We'll take that reasonably far over, not too far. To about there, that'll do. Fasten that down and bring the other side on at a slight angle. I think is probably best. Go that way. There we are. Push that in. Fasten that off. All good. And now salt sprinkling. I use sea salt. It's FLoaBBQ really. It's not the crystals, and I'm just going to give that a damn good salting and press it in. So I want it in those gaps. And for those that are wondering, yes, I did wash my hands before I started all of this, and I keep washing them. You'll not see the pauses in the video where I do it, but I do. So plenty of salt on. We've got a nice bit of heat coming off that charcoal in there, and it's just about where we need it to be. So for my next trick, give my hands a little wipe and bring out the meter. Now if you've watched the review of the meter, have I put that up yet? No. You may see this before the review of the meter, in which case I'm not going to spoil it for you. So let's get the meter out and switch it on. Pick out the what am I going to use? I'm going to use Wi-Fi, so I'll press yes. Thank you very much. It's connecting up. Here's the meter, and obviously I'm going to want it to go in where it's going to be seeable and right in the middle. So in you go, past the line. That's it, it's number one. And so the next trick is to put the whole thing on the barbecue. And you do this, it's quite awkward in some ways, because this isn't the battery one, and so I've got to do this a little bit carefully and cleverly. So we mount the meat, and then bring that round. Come on. Slide that in. Come on. That's it. Slide that in. Slide that in. And that's it. Ready to go. Now all I've got to do is plug it in and switch it on. And we'll see how we go from there, shall we? So that's it. Switch it on. And off we go. Now all we have to do is wait. You will get to see a time lapse of the whole thing happening. Great, isn't it? Here we go. Minutes remaining, it says, and we're at 56 degrees. 7 degrees to go. Well, it's looking good, I have to say. Probably need to get the heat a little more evenly distributed around the coal area, because it seems to have been hotter in the middle, but then it usually is. Maybe a smaller joint, I don't know. Right, it says removed from heat now. We've hit 59. I would normally take it to 61. So I'm going to let it go for a little bit longer. But just to show you, I don't know whether you'll be able to see, there's a banner come up, it says remove from heat, and you can hear it click-a-dig-a-donk-de-donk. So I shall go and get some foil, and then we shall remove it from the heat. Alrighty then, the meter says it has to come off, so and then prepare the foil. That should do it. Non-stick paper foil, and then switch the rotisserie off, as you do, and prepare. The end of the rotisserie is cool, lovely. So we lift that up, put that down, take the rotor off, lay that down out of the way, leave everything as it stands, and roll it up. Oh, that's fine. I would imagine that the meter itself, which is at this end, needs to be fairly well allowed to send its signal, so I'll try not to wrap that bit up. Right, so it can now sit there and wait. Meanwhile, I'll warm my hands. So now we wait until the meter tells us it's rested enough. I don't quite know how this is going to happen. I presume it's going to come up to the 63. It says 13 minutes of resting left. So I'll come back to you in 13 minutes. Right, that's it. I can wait no more. It's coming to bits. Let's have a look and see what we have here. Unwrapping the meat. Let's pull the meter out. Come out. There it is. Clear as crystal. That's the meter. I'll wipe that off and put that. It's ready. That's it. We're ready to go. Good, good. So now, using a cloth, because once bitten, twice shy. Is that it? Thank you, meter. Good, good. You can go away. Right, once bitten, twice shy. I shall be using my stainless steel plugging filters to undo these, I think. On the basis that it's easier. That's that one. And that's that one. And I think we'll get shot of the foil for the moment. Juices, there's juices, good lord above. I'm just going to make a little cookie thing there. We'll put that out of the way, over there. And now we need to get all of this lot off. Move that out of the way. Get that way you can see it. And I'm going to slice it straight down this cut line here. Right in the middle. Not quite as crisp as I would have liked, I have to be honest, but this was an experiment. I think it would have been easier had we started with a very, very hot grill, but we didn't. But there you have it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's take a slice out. I'll cut this bit of string. Always away from you, David, because you don't want to die of loss of blood, don't you know? So that's that bit of string out. Fingers a little wipe, as you do. And let's have a slice. Look at the colour. Look at the juice running. You can see the juice running. So let's just move that slightly over. Slice it, and that slices like butter. Look at it. Slices like butter. So take a piece with the crackling on, give it a try. Oh, it's so juicy, absolutely beautiful. Right, first things first, it hasn't crackled. Could have done with a bit more heat to get that crackling crackled. It's not inedible by any stretch of the imagination. It's very nice. There's so much fat on it and so much juice through it. You can see how easily it slices. The flavour is beautiful. And I'm yeah. One thing I am going to do is just drop a little bit of salt on the table on my chopping board, put that out of the way, and then pick up with a little bit of salt. Oh, that makes a difference. So there you go. First time using the Thuros T1 with the, I keep calling it a barbecue attachment, I mean the rotisserie attachment. That has worked. Things to remember for next time: make a hotter fire. I need a hotter fire. The Binchetan is working very well, but it's not massively hot. I need hotter than that, and I've got some other stuff coming that should burn 100 degrees hotter than the Binchetan, so that's the next thing. Second thing, the meter appears to be working extremely well. That's very, very good. Third thing, I need to be sure that when I mount something like this, which is quite heavy, onto the rotisserie, it's balanced, so you get that perfect balance going round, so there's no jerky bits. You'll have seen that from the fast forward time lapse. But in truth, I'll just stick that on there and see what happens. It looks just a little tad pink. I can live with that, that'll be fine, but it's definitely going to need a bit of salt. But I'm telling you now, well, if I can just show you how tender it is, watch. Look, you can see, it's not quite at pulling stage, but it's tender. And it tastes absolutely gorgeous. So that's all from me for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you spotted anything I could have done different or better, or what are your experiences with this kind of setup. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and come with me on the journey from a 1 year into barbecuing seriously, and let's see where it all ends up. Have the journey together, why not? Come along for the ride. So until I see you next time, keep the charcoal burning well and keep on keeping on. I'll see you next time. From Dave, the fat lad on a barbecue. Bye bye.